Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. Week 7, final week of the MGV. We're wrapping this up. BJ versus Snove. Let's see what we got going on here. On BJ's side, we already know the team. The team's a classic. The same six every single time. It's the same six. I'm not even gonna introduce the team. So let's look at Snove too. As a matter of fact, I don't even gotta introduce this team. We've seen these mobs before. But we're gonna look at these Terra types. Terra Normal implies extreme speed. Terra Normal Amoonguss implies rage powder for what's it called? Chandelier. Terra Steel, Terra Fire, Terra Water, Terra Rock. What's that for? Terra Blast? That's weird. And on BJ side we got Terra Water, Terra Steel, Terra Dragon, Terra Dark, Terra Fire, and Terra Dark. Let's get into this game. Let's analyze every single time. So we're gonna lead off with the Rillaboom and what's this thing called? Blaziken. I will be pausing, by the way. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the game and we're gonna analyze it afterwards. We're gonna Terra Rock immediately. I don't know if I would Terra Rock right there, but does get the Stone Edge off. Did you really do you need to do that? I don't know. Maybe you do need to do that. That's a lot of damage on Snove's side immediately. They're going straight on the offense. Stone Edge, that thing gonna do a lot of damage. Has Life Orb. Outrage gonna go into that. Actually, lucky that I went into that and not Grimmsnarl. Red Break's gonna go into the Dragonite, do a lot of damage, but yeah, this is BJ's last offensive piece right here, and it is good to have an Intimidator. The Flick gets clicked. Stone Edge missing this time. I would have clicked it in the Salamence, honestly. Yeah, because that's gonna do that. And this Salamence is like the only thing threatening. The team figures it out. Does click Stone Edge into it. Gonna die to Stone Recoil. Dragon Pulse gets clicked. And now we're gonna see the last two mods on Snove's side. It's gonna be Alolan, Golem, and the classic Magnezone. I think takes 1,000,000%. Is it just gonna blow up? No, it's gonna rock slide. That's probably better. And then Magnezone's gonna finish it off with a Thunderbolt. Yep. So let's go ahead and analyze this game really quickly. Right? This turn 1. Terra right there. If this thing gets faked out, like, wait, what do you do? And would you? I don't know. I think faking this out's wrong because this thing could be inner focus. But if it's multi-skill, you also want to break that. Terra Walk is risky there, but obviously it pays off because yeah, it takes that K and does a lot of damage here. And on this turn, hit the Grimmsnarl for a lot. Could have honestly just KO'd Rillaboom right there, but yeah, it's probably better to do that because then you get all the damage on there. You miss your Stone Edge. That's like whatever. Probably would have killed Grimmsnarl. Outrage just go into that spot. And yeah, picks up the double here and then finishes off the game. On BJ's side, yeah, I mean, I guess in hindsight, you didn't want to fake out that thing, but I mean, he knows the thing that, like, it was a risky turn, to be honest, but I don't know. I think the way you recover from that is like, instead of setting in Grimmsnarl against a fire type. Oh no, this guy's not Grimmsnarl. I would have intimidated some. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could have done here. I'm not here to analyze every single game because we're gonna get into game 2 here and see how this played out. Sometimes it just happens. So we're gonna lead off with this offensive pairing, and on BJ's side, you have the speed advantage, right? You already have the speed advantage. Drop a Draco on that. I'm gonna KO. Giga Drain on that. Just gonna take the KO. Yeah. When you're faster than anything, you can do whatever you want. Dang, you're on the Whimsicott actually instead of the Salamence. Dragonite comes out. Yeah, that thing just switches out anyway, so I guess that's better for you. Surely you don't click Outrage here with the Whimsicott on the field. No, you Fire Punch instead. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. That got me. Here comes Salamence again for the Intimidate. This is inner focus. Oh, it is inner focus. So yeah, this is. I'm doing thing anyways. Terra Fire, good Terra Fire on BJ's side. Gonna Fire Punch this, do almost enough, but not quite enough. Gonna trade most of Rillaboom's HP for his thing. But you're already running out of resources at this point. And Golem, honestly, it honestly just like did nothing. It did nothing. Right, but this is still salvageable. You still have a Powdon, you have Chandelier. Gonna Flamethrower that, not gonna do a whole lot. But yeah, without speed, like you're just gonna be taking infinite damage. Sand Tomb that, but like the game's already over, right? You don't have any speed control. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You got outsped and you die. Oh, you don't need to analyze that. But we can get into game 3 now and see who wins this once and for all. Gonna be the same leads on BJ's side, not the same leads on No side. Gonna tail one immediately this time and drop a Draco on Dragonite, who we know is gonna fuck is just gonna drop to that. Gonna Swords Dance and that slot. I guess. I don't know, but I don't know if I would have sacrificed that thing here. You could have switched in this thing early. And now you get Encore. It doesn't even reveal Encore yet, but yeah. That's gonna be a problem. And Tailwind's still up, so even though you get a lot of good damage on this Chandelier is gonna click Heat Wave, and we all know it. If this thing doesn't Terrify, which it doesn't, I mean, probably gonna see 2 KOs. Unfortunately, dodges, but does get the Blaziken, who was kind of just a sitting duck. And look, we've already traded 2 of your mines for one of them mines. And here comes Golem again. I'm ready to get faked out. You're gonna get locked in the Thunderbolt, which is gonna do nothing to you, and you're too slow to do anything. You're gonna die, and from there, the game's over, right? But it's like, I mean, that's the importance of speed control. If you move faster, you will attack first, and I mean, the bulk isn't just not really there when it comes to like stuff like Inner Focus, Dragonite, which I mean is good because you have Intimidate, but then you also have Golem, which is just so slow. Like, it literally did nothing this entire time. I think Among Us would have been a lot better, even though you have these 2. I don't know, but that's the importance of speed control. Tailwind on Dragonite would have also been important, but yeah, BJ's gonna win 2-1 in week 7, gonna make the playoffs. Additionally, 2 other matches won't be happening because for unknown reasons. So they only got 1 more match in this, which is going to be, I believe, let's see here. It should be Mew Blaster versus Gusta, if I am not mistaken. Let me double check that. I'm correct with that. All right. So we're gonna get 1 more match, and then we're gonna get right into the semifinals and then the finals. Stay tuned. I got a little surprise for y'all for that one.